I remember my last morning home. I hate remembering it, but I do treasure it. My boys, ages 16, 11, 10, and 8, left for school early in the morning. As if make-believe made it so, I pretended a normal day and sent them off to school as usual. So many regrets now. I readied my 4-year-old daughter, Vivi, to spend the day with my mom while I was at court. I struggled to ignore the reason why my mom would be watching her. As our last few moments drew short, Vivi asked me to read her a book. I mentally shifted gears. Ready to walk out the door, I paused and drew a breath. Turning, I looked down into her little girl elfin face. She waited, turning one toe casually on the floor. I agreed. We should read. Vivi's face lit up in delight as she danced to her room for a book. I am so glad now for those moments. We returned to the living room, and sitting on the couch together, Vivi snuggled against me while I read. What a tragedy to have lost those days. Destroyed them. The agony and grief still lurk in my shadows. It's very hard for me to revisit these memories, to write about them, even today. It's devastating. That same day, I was sentenced to 12 years in prison. The hearing wasn't very long. Near the end, I was asked if I would like to say anything. I had no prepared speech. As I had been all year, I was unprepared, fearful, and ultimately not helpful to myself. Anxiously, I stood. I felt awkward, and I rambled, or so it seemed to me. The judge's face was unreadable and unfriendly. As I spoke, an internal voice advised me, "Shut up!" I ignored it and prattled on, desperate to evoke mercy from the judge. Quickly, my speech was so convoluted, the internal voice demanded that I shut up. The judge's face was darkening to a deep shade of red, and he glared at me, as if he agreed with my internal advice. I got the hint and awkwardly returned to my seat, feeling incompetence and shame.
Then, the judge announced his decision. 12 years in prison. I reeled in shock. My vision darkened. The whole room pitched silent. The only thing I heard was my pulse in my ears. The room seemed to tilt and spin. I felt stunned and lightheaded. I was shocked. Suddenly, sound rushed back into the room with a whoosh, and my vision cleared, leaving the room brighter than before. People yammered around me, but I couldn't make sense of the words. Lawyers asked the judge for things. More decisions were made about me. I understood none of it. My mind rejected all that had happened and demanded a do-over. I felt panicked, frantic to fix this before it was too late. Before I could put paid to the thought, I was cuffed and led from the room. "Wait!"